Crazy Town Podcast. I'm Jonas.
And I'm TNT Dynamite, the explosive one. Let's crack into another one.
TNT.
Yo.
There's been a couple plane crashes, man, and I don't like those.
Like, honestly, you're not even wrong. So, the big one that happened, that was like the first time in like how many years? And like,
I don't know when they
like-
crashed on U.S. soil.
yeah, it's been like, I think it was 15 years since the last plane crash went down.
On U.S. soil?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a Black Hawk DC crash, which is basically an Army Black Hawk helicopter crashing into United American Airlines Flight 5342. It was on approach to land at the Reagan National Airport from Kansas. It was carrying 60 people and 4 crew members, collided with an Army Black Hawk helicopter, which it was doing routine training flight.
Yeah, yeah.
So
64 souls, man, and not to mention whoever was aboard the military.
yeah,
vehicle
I mean,
as
it's probably a
well.
handful. I don't imagine they have too many people on there, but
Yeah.
still. It was really weird because it said that the preliminary findings suggest the helicopter was flying above its approved altitude, though the exact details are weighted from like the flight data recorder in the black box or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's really weird that, like, why would the helicopter be up there?
So why would the helicopter be up there, Jonas? That's a good question. I don't know. Up in the air. So from the reports that I've heard about this, because I actually I listened to a couple of reports prior to this.
Okay.
The air traffic control had reached out to the pilot of the Black Hawk helicopter, and he asked, "Do you see that plane that's in front of you guys?" And the pilot to the helicopter said, "Yes." Well, they're thinking that they were looking at another plane that wasn't in view, and they were referring to that one that they saw, because obviously they didn't intentionally run into the plane. And the helicopter had more maneuverability as well. So they're just saying is that he probably didn't see it, or I don't know if these routine exercises were like carrying novice pilots, and that is the case necessarily, but
Yeah, that's crazy though, man.
it looks like regulations might be changing across the board, because when something like this happens, they usually have to change stuff up across the board.
Oh, yeah. It says that there were claims that the air traffic control was understaffed at the time of the crash, with only one controller handling both helicopter and airplane traffic in a busy airspace. So that's like obviously like a red flag. Like,
Yeah.
It says the Black Hawk helicopter was reportedly flying above its designated altitude and off its path, which has been the focal point of the controversy. Radar and flight tracking information suggests the helicopter was at least 100 feet higher than allowed, which would have potentially led to the collision. Because, I mean, they literally map out your routes so that planes can fly all over the earth and not hit each other at different levels. Somehow it got politicized and was blamed on DEI and politics, which that's wild. You know?
Oh my god! Oh yeah, there was that angle.
Like,
I heard
I'm
going
like,
around
how
too.
does like a DEI policy make a plane crash?
Oh, because Jonas, if you saw a black pilot, are you gonna get in the plane?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. That's been another thing that's been going around lately too.
What's
I don't even know if it was a black pilot. Nobody knows. I don't even think they've released any of that information. I don't think race and everything of the pilot is released, or race or sex or orientation or
It
whatever.
just drives me wild that everything is like somehow has some political undertones to it.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate when, the highest seat in the land is the one to bring that to the forefront as well. But
Yeah.
But I will say is that the reason we're even talking about this is because there was another plane crash that also happened in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
This one was a lot smaller, but I did find some of the aftermath footage of this one.
Yeah, because that crashed like right into a neighborhood.
Yeah, it was in the middle of just like open neighborhood. Now this one was a smaller plane. It only had 7 people on it, one of them being a child who was unfortunately being, I guess, life flighted out. He was a medical patient.
Damn, that's sad.
Like, I think about it like this, Joni.
What the hell?
It's not just necessarily just like the people who are like flying. It's like, obviously it's of no fault of their own if you're just like, you know, you're getting on a commercial plane or you're going like to get life flighted out somewhere and this kind of stuff happens. But the people who work on these planes as well, like, of course they go on flights every day, and I'm sure, you know, they have some way of coping with that. But like, you're just at work. You're just at work,
Yeah.
man. I'm just going to work and I die for it.
Man, if I go to work and die, I'm really not happy about that.
Yeah. Like, I don't know about anybody else at home. I don't, like, obviously en route to work, you know, car accidents. Jonas, you could slip and fall in the bathroom because, you know,
Anything could happen, man. I could walk out to the kitchen to get a little snack cake and slip on the floor and fall and bust my head open and die.
True. That's very true. I'll be imposing tariffs on different parts of the house as well.
Oh
But
yeah,
I do.
You want into the snack
I
cupboard?
I do. But I do. I think it's just crazy is like how, I guess, how they have a higher chance than any other job of just like, you know, kind of just like it
Pilots?
being over. Yeah. I mean, look, they say that fatal car crashes happen way more than fatal plane crashes,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I agree.
So am I in more danger than a
I would.
pilot?
Well, here's the thing, man.
Wow, never thought about
When
it.
you're in the air, there's a very finite amount of other people up in the air with you.
Yeah.
They're well trained. They're licensed. When you're on the ground, man, like some of these people that are driving cars, they got their license 50 years ago.
That's facts.
Like they were okay to drive a car in 1975,
That's facts.
and now it's 2025, and they're like, "Oh, am I still good? Sure. Are you?"
Holy crap, they're safer than we are, Jonas.
Yeah. And you have somebody looking out at all the different routes. Like on the ground, ain't nobody looking at the freeway and being like, TNT, make sure you stay in this lane because, you know, there's somebody coming up in the left lane.
Yeah. I do think that it's kind of insane that even like, okay, that may be the truth. We may be in more danger driving to work. You know, a 30-minute commute is probably more dangerous than a 4-hour flight.
Probably.
But to maintain composure, I don't know if like, because if the plane's going down, how do you maintain composure? Do you have to maintain composure? Like, I don't know what would be going through my head, what actions I would take in those final moments, man. And you know.
Yeah. Well, the other piece is a car accident happens very fast. A plane accident tends to not happen so fast. Because it's, I mean, yeah, if a helicopter crashes into you,
Yeah, that's pretty fast.
yeah, but like most of the time, it's like there's mechanical failure. That like collisions do not happen very often. It's not a big like normally when planes go down, it's not because they collided with another plane. It's not like an actual physical accident that happens. It's always like a malfunction or like a missile shoots it down or something.
Yeah.
It's not.
I'd rather it be quick. Thank you.
Well, right, man.
If I'm gonna die, give me like 5 seconds. You know, let my life flash before my eyes. I want to remember my loved ones and to take me out. Don't take me out over 5 minutes of like roller coaster going down to the earth. I don't need that.
Yeah,
in my life.
and you're like, well, maybe we're gonna make it. Oh, can we get to some water? Like, dude, it
man.
weirds me out that that's why one of the reasons I don't like flying, because my life is in some rando's hands.
I mean, we ride Uber.
Yeah, well, I mean now.
Remember last time we got in an Uber and doing like switch lanes, almost hit somebody. We just didn't say anything. We just kind of like, you know, just like looked at him.
Oh, or when the guy like tried to go around the car in the parking lot and almost hit a car because he was like he couldn't wait for them to pull into the spot. He had to like zoom around in the mall parking lot.
Brother.
Like, I'm like, bro, where are you? What is happening? Why are you?
Yeah,
I'm
man.
like, where are you in such a hurry to get to?
I don't know. I guess really the whole point of it is like you never know what day is going to be your last, and my heart goes out to the 64 souls of that plane crash, and also the souls lost in the Philadelphia one as well.
Yeah, man. Like they was just trying to go home. Like they were just like in Wichita, like trying to get to DC.
Yeah, I'd still say is that I will fly in the future. I'm sure you will as well.
Yeah, only out of convenience.
But it does bring to light some of the things that we just have to think about and be prepared for. You know, every time we step foot outside of the house, man, it could be your last.
I mean, I try to think about that.
Try to think about that
Every time, man. Like this could be my last day. I appreciate it.
I've never once heard you ever say that.
I think about it inside.
Oh,
It's an internal dialogue. I don't want to I don't want to be all gloom and doom.
that's fair enough.
Every
man.
morning I wake up like this could be it.
Damn. So
rough.
true. So
Yeah,
true.
so true. So
All right.
I don't know, man. You got anything else?
On the next one, brother.
Yep. All right. That's all the time we have for today's episode. Please make sure to like, subscribe for Jonas.
TNT.
Oh, yep.